Hey, what is going on, guys? It's DK back at you with another video here to break down the four-game NBA Summer League slate on Friday. Hope you guys had a good night tonight. My lineup looking decent right now in the main slate, so we will see with the late games going on. If you guys are interested in more in-depth content, you can check out link in the description below over on Tales by OddShopper. Cover the early slate, main slate videos, player pool, live stream before lock, and then all updates, news, starting lineups and stuff, and then Discord access to ask me questions 24/7. So if you're interested in that, again, link is down below. Also, 3 more days of Summer League, also NFL preseason right around the corner, which obviously I will be covering too. All right, so we'll start off here with Miami and Milwaukee. So Miami, Larson, Ware, Lewis, and Kashad Johnson rested. Larson's done. He's with the Swedish team. Looks like Ware and Johnson probably done as well. So they started Vlad Golden, Dane, Kasparis, Marcus Williams, and Eric Stevenson, and then Cook. They ran 10-man rotation. Kier Lewis, again, I guess I think him and Kashad Johnson are still technically with the team, while the other two are not. So maybe there's a chance they could play tomorrow, but I'm assuming we're going to see a similar rotation here for Miami. Maybe Kasparis rests. We have seen him, he sat the other game, so it's definitely possible too. But assuming that is the same lineup, I think Kasparis would be the preferred option. They ran a lot of offense through him, and he's only 5,200, so he'd look really good. The center's Golden at 4,400 if he starts again, I think would be a decent option. Did only play 20 minutes, but Golden, pretty good point per minute player, familiar because he played over at Michigan. And then, Eric Stevenson, 22 minutes, I think is decent. He has okay numbers there in the G League. Gardner had a decent game. I think he is viable. He's down here at the flat min price. And then you had Javante Cook. Kind of had an off game, but he's had some big Summer League games there too, so he'd be viable too. But yeah, keep an eye on the starting lineup for Miami. Again, they're going to be shorthanded, just a matter of how shorthanded they are. And then, if they do play like Kier Lewis or Kashad Johnson, I would have interest in them if they start, but only would play them if they start. So for Milwaukee, we've seen Bouye miss the last couple games. They started Smith, Livingston, Nance, Jackson, and Noel. And then off the bench, Ryan played 24 minutes. Amude played 20 minutes. Markovic, 17 minutes, the rookie there. Is there a chance that they sit more guys here? I think Livingston would probably be the most at risk since they just re-signed him. But he's the guy that I like the best, assuming he plays. Has been pretty consistently in that high 20s minute range. Good point per minute. So, if he's in, I like him a lot. The rest of the team, Nance is viable, but I think I'd rather get to Livingston at a similar price point. Bouye, if he plays, I like him, but he's missed the last couple of games. I don't think there was an update on it either. Rest or a thigh, I guess. Okay. And then, Ryan's playable, 5,300. He's relatively score independent, but he's making his shots. Definitely has a ceiling. Noel started last game. If he starts again, would certainly be in play, only 4,600. Utah, Chicago. So Utah, the good thing about Utah is we've been getting the injury report over on Twitter early in the day, so we kind of have an idea of what's going to happen. But Filipowski shut down. Bryce Sensabaugh shut down. Bailey and Clayton have missed the last couple games. Keep an eye on that. Also, Tonje missed last game. So they only played an 8-man rotation, Utah. Started Sanogo, Williams, McGriff, Collier, and Harkless. Sanogo, Fish Faders were somehow bailed. Horrific game in only 19 minutes for a really, really good point per minute player. So that had me on tilt mode. I had a lot of Sanogo yesterday. And then Abrams played 30 minutes off the bench. So if the same guys are out again, there's going to be a good amount to like here from Utah. Offense, obviously a lot of Collier, Williams, and EJ Harkless. Sanogo, if he starts again, definitely would have interest in him. McGriff and Max, pretty cheap as well. So there would be a good amount to like here for Utah if the same guys are out. But you could see some guys back, so definitely monitor the injury report there. For Chicago, so as expected, Buzelis rested. I assume he's done for the Summer League. But they ran a really nice rotation here. Freeman, Liberty, Young, Miller, Ulbrich, and Piera were the starters. Kawamaro was the one guy that played decent minutes with the bench, but yeah, they ran a really tight rotation. Also, the rookie Noah sat. We'll keep an eye on that. I think he could play tomorrow. But yeah, he sat last game. So assuming they run a similar rotation, there'd be a good amount to like here from Chicago. We did see the big game from Jameer Young, who was really underperforming. And yeah, he had a massive game. Him and Freeman Liberty probably lead the team here in usage, assuming they're both in. Emmanuel Miller moved in the starting lineup, played 26 minutes. Olbrich played 25 minutes, would be a solid option there. Piera, again, if there's no Noah, would be a decent option too. And then Kyle Morrison playing good minutes off the bench. So, yeah, Chicago, if they were in a similar type rotation, there'd be a good amount to like. For the Pacers, we saw them shut down Ray J. Dennis, Quentin Jackson, and Furphy. And I was pretty high on Cam Jones. And Cam Jones had a massive game. Him and Freeman kind of led the team offensively. 29 minutes there for Jones, 30 minutes for Freeman. Outside of that, it was pretty spread out, though. 14 minutes for Wheeler, 23 for Boeheim, 17 for Peter. Maldonado played 24 minutes off the bench. So nothing else that like really stands out for the Pacers outside of Jones and Freeman. Assuming both those guys play again, I guess there's a chance they could sit. Yeah, 5,800 for Jones, 7,900 for Freeman. I think both look really good here. Again, if you want to target some of these cheap value options, take some shots, be my guest, but nothing I'm super confident in there. For New Orleans, we got news so this tilts me too. I think it was a late slate, yeah. So we got news that Queen was out before lock, but nothing else. So I figured, okay, if anyone else was going to sit, they would have mentioned it. So I played Misi on the late slate, and I get punished with a rule out after lock, which definitely tilted me. But yeah, so Queen and Misi missed last game. Queen due to injury. I don't think Misi had injury. I think it was just rest. Kind of shut him down. Yeah, so there's a chance he's just done. But yeah, if Queen plays, I like him quite a bit at 5,700. They said it's a thumb injury. He's been very productive in the minutes that he's played, so he'd look really good if he does play. If not, they probably go to Hunter Dickinson, who played 26 minutes, would be a solid value option. Fears had a huge game with Queen out. Finally had a decent shooting game, too. 8 of 15 shooting. He's up there at 7K. The other starters for the Pels last game were Brooks, Lester, and Reeves. Lester, 25 minutes, really bad shooting game, but would be viable there. Then you saw a big game for Trey Alexander off the bench. He's 5,200. And finally here, Denver and the Lakers. So Denver currently playing right now. Have the box score up from last game. The only changes here that they moved E.J. Liddell in the starting lineup over Tyrell Harrison. So it'd be interesting to see what the minutes are for Liddell in the starting lineup. But yeah, they want Liddell, Jones, Holmes, Bates, and Beekman. So again, they're currently playing right now. It's a back-to-back, so maybe you see someone sit. Again, Tyson's missed last couple games, so I assume he's done. I think Holmes would be the most likely candidate to sit on the back-to-back, but maybe like Beekman as a veteran as well. But assuming it's the same guys, the same starting lineup, Holmes would be the guy I feel the best about, 6,600. Liddell, 6,100. Again, pretty good, pretty decent point per minute. I'm curious to see how many minutes he plays tonight. And then, yeah, Jones, Bates would be viable. So, yeah, I think that's basically it. Again, Harrison, 4,700. I think I would only have interest in him if he starts. He came off the bench tonight. All right, final team, I should say, is the Lakers. Also on a back-to-back. So they ran the same starting lineup as last game. Koloko, Swider, Connect, Stewart, and Bronny James. Baisley off the bench, got injured. He had a really good game. I assume he's not going to play. Also, Bronny James got a little bit banged up, too. I think there's a chance he could sit. Maybe Connect on a back-to-back set. I mean, they played their main guys a lot. 33 minutes for Swider, 31 for Connect. Bronny James got banged up. He played 28 minutes. So there's a chance the Lakers just like full-on punt and rest everyone. But assuming the main guys are in, I don't think there's like a standout play. I think Bronny James, 5,600, would probably be your best bet. Again, the minutes were solid on him, even though he got banged up. Koloko also played 25 minutes, which is good to see. But yeah, like Stewart, Connect, and Swider would be playable if they're all in. If this team ends up sitting a lot of guys, that's where things will be interesting. Because they do have a decent amount of guys on the back end of this roster. So there's a chance that you see a lot of guys sit here for the Lakers. But yeah, so that's the wrap up for the video, guys. As always, if you enjoy, make sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Really appreciate all the support. all the likes and stuff on the Summer League content. Appreciate it. And we'll see you guys all in the next video.